Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Spider Penguin. As always, the title and the thumbnail should tell you what the video is about. I hope you enjoyed the following video, and I'll see you at the end. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be ranking Lilo and Stitch franchise as a whole. So, that includes the movies, the game, and the different seasons of television, as well as the Origin of Stitch short. I'm not going to be including any of the books or mangas or anything like that, because I haven't read those. I have one. I have read most of it or some of it, but I haven't I don't really need it for the purposes of today's video. So anyway, let's just get into this. So, first off, Stitch the Game, Experiment 626, the Stitch video game. I haven't played this. This is on PS2. I have not played this. I cannot play this. I do not own a PS2. But from what I can tell and from what I've seen, I like it. I'm going to put it in, for now, I'm going to put it in the okay category. Then, Lilo and Stitch 1 as a movie. I'm going to put it in good. Although, really, to be honest, if I'm being honest, it's very tame compared to everything else. Which, it's not like, it's not my favorite to go back and rewatch out of the franchise, because it's, I don't want to say boring, but it's less exciting than the rest of the franchise. Although it is a really good movie, and I did recently rewatch it. So, next up, Stitch the movie. I grew up with this, and I have a lot of nostalgia towards it. And for that reason, I am putting it in best. I know, probably not the best idea for nostalgia to be justifying where I put it, but it did introduce the other experiments. It introduced Sparky and Reuben, which are really great additions to the franchise. They're fun, they're awesome. It introduced Hamsterville as the main villain for the franchise going forward. So yeah. Okay then. Lilo and Stitch the series season 1. This is going into good. Most of the season 1 episodes are probably my favorite. I do have a few episodes of season 2 that I like a lot, but most of season 1's episodes are probably I would say the best in the series. Mostly thinking of Angel, 627, Elastico, Tank, Sprout. Those I would say are probably in my top 5, to be honest. Okay, maybe Angel's not my top 5, but maybe of season 1 they're my top 5, I'm not sure. But I would say season 1 of the series is better than season 2, and because of that, or has better episodes than season 2, and because of that, I'm going to put this season 2 of the series into the okay category, but I'm going to move it above the game. So yeah. Next up is going to be Leroy and Stitch, which is also going to go in best category. I remember loving this movie when I grew up, and I remember watching Lilo and Stitch 1, then 2, then Stitch the movie, and Leroy and Stitch. I never saw the series as a kid, so I was like, Leroy is one of my favorite experiments, and he's like the best, like, evil Stitch ever. And then when I saw 627, my expectations were just blown out of the roof, and like I was like, oh my god, 627 is the best experiment. And I still, to an extent, feel that way, because 627 is probably my favorite experiment. Aside from maybe Dark End, Zero, Sparky, Stitch himself, Leroy, 627 is probably my favorite out of those guys, but the other ones do come close. Then next up is going to be Stitch and I have not seen this. This is a Chinese show. I've seen the first episode. I think I've seen the last two episodes. Or the last episode. I can't tell which, if it was a two-parter or not, but I've seen like the last episode and the first two. From what I can tell, I think it's okay. I don't really care for I in the show. She's okay, but it's Stitch's plot that like really elevates the show from being bad to good, or bad to okay, I should say. I don't hate it, but I don't care for it as much as I do for the rest of the franchise. Or should I say most of the franchise. Okay. Stitch the Anime 2001. Or, sorry, Stitch the Anime Season 1. There is a Japanese anime show of Stitch that released after Lilo and Stitch in 2008, and it ran from 2008 to 2015. Then Stitch and I released. I would say it is out of these. Hold on, I'm gonna put the movie before season 1 of the series, and then put season 1 of the anime above that, because I love the anime. I adore it. It's so good. I got lucky and watched all the episodes free on YouTube until the channel was, or until I should say the videos went bye-bye. Don't know what happened to them, but I did get lucky and watched the whole series, all 3 seasons, and at least one of the specials that came after it. I haven't seen Stitch the Planet of Sand. I've seen Stitch Perfect Memory though. I really love that. I just remembered I should have added it in. Okay, I did not add Stitch Perfect Memory in. If I did, it would go in best. I'm gonna move Leroy and Stitch above Stitch the movie, and it would go in best below Stitch the movie, but it would go in best if I added Perfect Memory in here. And if I added Planet of Sand, I would probably make a tier for I Don't Know, because I would have, although from what I've seen of it, I've seen like one single clip of Stitch running away from like robots. It looks pretty cool. I would probably put it in okay, above Lilo and Stitch, above the game. So yeah, that's where I would rank Planet of Sand and Perfect Memory. And then season 2 of the anime probably has my favorite, or one of my favorite, 2 of my favorite episodes in the anime. I'm definitely gonna put both the anime seasons in best. I would say season 3 is overall better than season 2. Like, the seasons of the anime just keep getting better. But I would say season 2 has some of my favorite episodes, mostly the return of 627 and Experiment 0, because they both are so cool to me. Experiment 0, he's not as strong as Stitch. He's probably not as strong as most of the strength-based experiments, but he is a genius. And well, for an example, he hit a bomb inside of him, like just almost kind of spat out a bomb when he lost. He was tied up, and he spat out a bomb that was going to destroy everything, the entire galaxy. So I would call that smart. He raged I wouldn't call it a one-man war, because he did have a robot army, but he basically raged a one-man war against the Grand Councilwoman and Planet Turo and Galactic Federation, which is just impressive. Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite experiments, and he's in the, I guess they would say finale of season 2, but really there's an episode that's supposed to be after that episode. So it's technically not the finale, but it feels like finale. But season 3 of the anime has the episode of Lilo, has the episode of Flute, has the episode of Stitch Ahoy. It has what other ones does it have? Dark End. Oh yeah, and it has Stitch's birthday episodes. Stitch's birthday two-parter, which is phenomenal, and I love it. And it also helps with my timeline, and that is also what I'm working on currently. I'm making a Lilo and Stitch visual timeline. So yeah, and speaking of the timeline, Stitch 2 and the origin of Stitch files do not fit into that timeline. Like, a lot of people say that Lilo and Stitch 1 takes place, then Lilo and Stitch 2, then Stitch the movie, then Leroy and Stitch, or then the series, then Leroy and Stitch. But that just can't be the case. I'll explain it in a video after I make the timeline, but just know that I do not count Lilo and Stitch 2, at least the one that we see, as canon. We know it happened, but the one that we watch, this one, is not really canon. Because there's no way to explain certain things. So, yeah. Anyway, where do I put Lilo and Stitch 2? I like it as a movie. I hate the timeline implications for it, and every time I watch it, I just kind of get frustrated because I'm thinking of the wider universe whenever I think of Lilo and Stitch. But I'm going to put it in good. It's a good movie, but I don't think I would watch it over the first movie because Lilo is kind of mean to Stitch in Lilo and Stitch 2. Like, she's kind of really mean to him. Don't want to say she's unforgiving to him. She clearly, likes him and all that, but she's mean to him at some points, and, like, really mean. Anyway, it's a good movie. It's just, it's not for me, really. I like it as a movie. I just don't like it as a part of the timeline. Where does this fit in? Oh boy. I'm gonna put that here for now, but basically, when I first watched the file, The Origin of Stitch, I suppose it can't contradict anything, but like with him being made from different experiments, different monsters, I mean, it can't really contradict anything, but I wouldn't really say it's my favorite. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite things, because like, the other experiments are shown, and it's implied, like, if Lilo and Stitch 2 does somehow take place before Stitch the movie, then the files without a doubt have to be after Stitch the movie, because he should already know about his other experiment cousins from Stitch the movie. He doesn't learn about them twice. He can't. It doesn't work. But overall, and plus we see, I'm pretty sure Stitch gets a glimpse at 627, which he shouldn't know about until 627 episode, so it has to take place during the series. But I think Lilo and Stitch 2, or more accurately, the unknown version, the off-screen version of Lilo and Stitch 2, and maybe the files take place during the series. But I digress. Where would I put the files, though? I would put it at okay, below Stitch and I. As its own thing, that's where I'm gonna put it. And that will be the end of my ranking for the Lilo and Stitch franchise. Really, everything in the best category can be tied for first place, because I like so much of the anime, and I love Leroy and Stitch the movie, all like equally. So, yeah, that's gonna be my ranking for the Lilo and Stitch franchise. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, I need to get to 50 subscribers to be able to like live stream, and I would like to do that. So if you guys could help me, that I would really appreciate it. If you could just click the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it a lot. Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I have. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. As always, have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.